Hi, I'm Patricia, and welcome to my creative space. Today we're making a rose rhinestone bracelet, and these are the items that you will need. Today I'm using Cernet Violet Pearl Clay. And today I'm using my Tiny Mighty blade from tinypandora.com. And I'm using it to cut up the clay before I run it through the pasta machine, and I will run it through on a setting 3, my Atlas 150. So now using my blade again, I'm just going to cut off the top and cut me off a section to do the middle of the rose. And I'm just going to press this out here, get it nice and flat, get my fingerprints in it. Yes, I want my fingerprints in this rose. I'm just going to twist it up here. And there's my middle. Now using the second to the smallest of the last in the Kipper cutter set, I'm going to cut out 3 circles for the inner petals and 5 circles for the outer petals. Okay, now I'm just going to take my eye pin here and I'm going to shove it through the bottom of the rose so that I make that hole just the right size for the memory wire. Okay, now I'm just going to take and fix my petals here. So they got a little bit squished and I squished them a little too hard, it won't come up, so we'll just have to deal with that. I'll fix the center best I can, and now it's ready to be popped in the oven. Okay, and here I've got my memory wire, and you want to cut enough off each end that you've got a nice overlap. So make sure you get a nice overlap. Today I'm using Rhinestone Nirvana Bling Quartet, and today I am using the gold strand of the smaller rhinestones. And you can find these at tinypandora.com. Now today I'm using the oval shape memory wire, and I can tell you that the rose does set better on the oval shape because it more fits the wrist better. So you're really good to go with the oval shape, but you can do round, but the oval shape works best because it really fits the wrist. So here I'm just putting my little loop in the end of my memory wire. That helps keep you protected from getting poked. And it also keeps your wire where it won't go sliding off. Okay, I'm just kind of tweaking my wire here because I got a little bit over, so I'm trying to put it back on top of the wire where it belongs. I'm going to take that little circle there and just lightly squeeze it, trying to make sure that it's flat against the memory wire. Okay, now we're ready to start wire wrapping the memory wire, and I like to leave myself a nice tail at the end of the wire to have something to hang on to when I need to hang on to the wire. And I'm just going to wrap this around the wire about 10 times. So it's kind of hard at first to get it going, but you can do it. It just takes a little bit of work. And I can wrap from either direction. I can go left or I can go right. It just depends on how I'm feeling that day, whether I want to go left or right. So do whatever is most comfortable for you. Okay, now we're trying to get the rhinestone chain started here, and it's a little bit tricky, but if you keep working with it, you can do it. It just takes a little bit of time and patience. Okay, now that we got a lot done on there, it's time to clip that tail off. And I'm just going to take the crimper tool. And I'm going to use the round part of the crimper tool, the one that makes the circle. That would be up at the top. Not the one down inside, but the one up here at the top. That's the hole we want to use. And you just want to lightly go around that wire, not going too hard, because if you go too hard, you are going to pull the collar coating off of it. So go lightly. And then that's going to give us a nice flat edge where it's not going to come and poke you or poke anybody else. It's just going to be a nice flat edge. Makes it nice and uniform. Okay, now I'm just going to go through and I'm going to keep wrapping. Here you can see what it looks like so far. I'm just going to continue wrapping down until I get to the middle of the bracelet where I can put the rose. And don't forget to count each one that you're doing. Alright, now I'm up at the top where I'm going to put the rose. So now I just need to clip this off. Don't clip your wire, just clip the chain from the last one that you wrapped. Sorry, I'm so shaky here. Here we go. Okay, and now I'm going to take and I'm going to do 15 wraps. And I'm going to count how many I've placed on there before I go to the other side. So right now I'm just wrapping 15 more wraps until I can put my rose on there. Okay, now you want to just take that wire and pull it really, really tight across the rose. You just want to pull it tight across it and start your wrap. And you want to do 15 more wraps, as I noted. Just make sure that wire is pulled tight across the bottom of the rose. That's going to help keep it in place. It will wobble a little bit, but not much. Okay, now we're ready to do the other side. I've counted 34 on mine, so I need to put 34 on the other side. And here we're just getting that started again, which is a little tough, again, to get it restarted. But a little time and patience, and you can get it. Just gotta work with it. It's really hard with fingernails, though. You might have an easier time if you don't have much of a nail. Okay, so I'm just going to continue wrapping my stones, and then I will be back when I get to the end of the bracelet. Alright, and here I am at the end of the bracelet now. I've got all my wraps done, all 34 stones on there. So just tighten that last one up, take my cutters, and cut off that last rhinestone there. Okay, now we're going to do 10 more wraps at the end of this to finish it off, and then we will curl up this end to finish off the bracelet. And this part here at the end don't take very long at all, and for some reason I get them tighter, so sometimes I have to put a little bit more than 10 on because I do my wire so close together that it looks like less than 10, so I always see how it looks measured up to the other one, and if it don't look right, I wrap a few more on it, no big deal. I want it to look even, so that's what I do. Okay, there we go, looks like a match now. So I'm going to take and I'm going to clip off my wire. Then I'm going to take my crimping tool again, and on that circle part, just kind of circle around that. Again, not pressing too hard because you don't want to flake off the collar off the copper wire. Feel it, make sure there's nothing poking. Just kind of look and straighten everything out here. Now I'll take my round nose pliers, and I'm going to curl that end up just like we did at the beginning. Press it down. That way the wire don't go up underneath there. Make it even. There we go. All done. And it's nice. They're nice and flexible. You can bend them to form your wrist even more if you need to. And there's what it looks like on. It's very beautiful. And you see the overlap there. That's why you want to give yourself such an overlap. So, and you can see it's not really heavy at all. It barely moves when I jiggle my hand. So yeah, they're really nice. Here's what they all look like. So they stay on really nice. You can stack them. You can do stackable bracelets. They're real pretty that way. Or you can do them singly. But you can see I'm shaking my wrist. Even with the round one, it just, you know, goes side to side. So, but you can tighten these ones up even if you need to. Just kind of pull them and squish them to get a better fit. Here, I'll shake it and you can see what a difference that made. See, it's not flopping as well as it did before. And that's the end of this tutorial. Hope you liked it. Thanks. Have a great day. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to ring that bell.